Speaking of questionable responses to shit, my son's been in the news.
Your
It's kind
son?
of, yeah, my son. Lefty, gun up in the right palm, popping niggas in their sleep so they die calm. Killer be killed. That's the shit that I'm on.
My son, lefty, gun up in your
Desperado
right palm.
style, shooting niggas with a sidearm. Yeah.
Try to
Hey,
shoot
did
with me
you
again.
just
See, I break your right arm.
Yeah, yeah. That my son. So,
did you just kind of set me up for a segue?
I was going. I was segueing. I didn't know I was. What happened?
Did you expect me to say some questionable shit to that shit?
No.
And you didn't listen to what I just said.
What did you say?
It wasn't questionable.
Okay, maybe I don't know. I might have fucked it up. Maybe I was going in the direction. Hey, look. Sometimes when you doing yourself the oop, it don't even matter what the teammates do. Hey, look.
Missed the whole rim is what you did.
Hey, look. Hey, but it was gonna be spectacular. Had you not said nothing, they knew I missed. This I was doing a flip.
Yeah, but when you try to bounce the ball off my head, motherfucker, I'm gonna say something.
Hey, look, I don't know. I be drinking, man. Hey, look, I'm in the midst of it. I don't know. But I was trying to talk about my son and his latest record. It's a pejorative at one Mr. Troy Ave. If you're not familiar with Mr. Troy Ave, he is a I don't know what you would call an Elvis impersonator for a motherfucker who is currently like around, but that's what I attribute Troy Ave to being.
You saying that Troy Ave is Chris Rock and CB4?
No, yeah, kind of, sort of, a little bit, but not really that. But like Junior Baby 50 Cent, but not the YouTube. We're gonna laugh at you, but not say we laughed at you later because now it's frowned upon.
The Black Weird Al Yankovic.
I mean, yeah, him. All right, we'll say that. But no, he imitates 50 a lot. Like he's like a 50 Cent clone. Whatever. Anyway, his story is that he had beef with a motherfucker that did podcasts and went to jail that was always talking about he didn't have a problem ever going back to jail. I thought was weird. I would have a problem. Like just a little bit. Personally. Anyway, so they had beef. They met up one fateful night at some place in New York. What the fuck was the name of the theater they were in New York?
Oh, God damn it. Cause it's God damn it.
I want to say it was something with a T.
Urban Plaza.
Oh, Urban. Yeah, Urban Plaza. It was at Urban Plaza. I'm gonna just go with Urban Plaza because it sounded right. It sounded right enough. It was at Urban Plaza for a show. I believe T.I. was there and motherfuckers was shooting. And T.I. was like, hey, look, I didn't have nothing to do with none of that shit.
It wasn't me this time.
It wasn't me at all. It was a whole lot of motherfuckers with T's in their name. Not me. No. So Troy Ave was there. Bumped into the individual that he had the altercation with, named Taxstone, a podcaster, ex-felon. I don't know how you an ex-felon. I think that once you a felon, right? Like how you an ex-felon, like you're not a felon no more. Like you still a felon, like you did the shit.
He out the felon game.
Hey, look, you could be a retired felon, but like ex-felon, like I guess I'm an ex-policeman, but now it's like you got fired from being put. Anyway, I don't know. That's gonna be a tangent. Anyway, so he was there and he knew he had beef with this individual. Taxstone knew he had beef with these individuals. They were going to be there. So he decided to bring a firearm to said venue, knowing that you shouldn't bring firearms to venues like that. Anyway, from what I can surmise, they got into an altercation, him and them and him, whatever have you. They started getting the best of him. He pulled out a gun, started to shoot people, shot an individual. That individual later was found to be dead. That gun was wrestled from Mr. Taxstone, and then it was used in retaliation to Mr. Taxstone. But he shot that individual that ended up passing away, and he also shot one Mr. Troy Ave. Months and months later, after the arrests and all the shit and the smoke clears, the charges are starting to come out, and now Troy Ave is looking at a case. Oh shit, he says no, wasn't me, that motherfucker. So now they look at the other motherfucker like, hey, it was you, and then they find out, oh, it was you. Your gun, your fingerprints, all that shit, it's you. You, hey, come with us. So they arrest Taxstone. He's been in jail for quite some time now, ever since all that shit transpired initially. Troy Ave recently went to trial, took the stand, said exactly what the fuck happened, and all of a sudden he's a snitch now because he is taking the stand, telling the story of his friend being murdered at a concert venue and also him being shot, and subsequently taking the gun from the assailant. And that's why you saw me on camera shooting, because that motherfucker was just shooting at us. So reasons. Mysonne comes into the picture to take umbrance with the stories being told by Mr. Troy Ave. Not taking umbrance with the authenticity of them, just the fact that they're being told, period, is enough to ruffle the feathers of one Mysonne, enough to make a song about not snitching and this man being a rat and all kinds of shit other than being a child of God, all while professing the all while sitting around, walking around, touting and holding the stance of Black life is important, it is valuable, and I am against Black murder. I think that's what he says. I think that's on his Instagram page somewhere. So you being against all this Black murder.
I'm against Black murder, but if you just so happen to murder motherfucker, keep your mouth closed.
I mean, but how about if somebody you know gets murdered, you just say who the murderer was?
Not
And
if
how
you're
about if
already
you
in
have
the.
that stand? You say what?
So not if you're already in the murder business. Once you're once you're in a murder situation where you're all fine with murder, then you can't complain about other murderers out murdering you.
Hey, look.
That's snitching.
Hey, look, fam. Hey, look, fam. You're not finna bring a gun here, get into a fight with me, shoot my man, shoot me, and then I get arrested and charged with the murder of my peoples, and I'm supposed to not say what happened because reasons. Fam, that sounds stupid as hell to me. I need you to make some sense to me.
And this is the game you chose to play.
Nah, I ain't choose to play that game.
You did.
Nah, fam.
Once you get involved in this in gangster shit and you decide that's the road that you're gonna be in and that's the road that you gotta be in. You don't get to pick and choose.
Take me to jail.
Throw away the key. Hey, look. Hey, look. Okay, cool. So back to where I was at with it. So maybe if you're one Mr. Mysonne, then you add an asterisk to the stop Black murder signage that you have and say, unless y'all on some gangster shit and it's all agreed upon that everybody's a gangster now, and oh look, fuck that nigga mama and her cries for justice. Because how does one? I mean, I don't know. I don't know how one gets justice for your slain son by keeping the person who is not responsible for the murder in jail, because some no snitching rule implies that he must remain silent, even though he's not the individual that did it.
I think they had that nigga on tape. He was going to jail regardless.
Hey, look, I don't know what to tell you. So I'm not supposed to say nothing. I'm not staying here another minute, motherfucker. He did it.
Yeah, I mean we know your stance.
Hey, look.
It
Hey, look. It is what it is. It is what
is
it
what
is.
it is.
It is what it is. I'm just saying that just don't make no damn sense to me. I would think y'all want me to tell who shot y'all if we had an argument and the motherfucker up the strap and
No,
shot one
don't
of
shoot
y'all in the
that
middle of a
nigga.
fight. I can't shoot that nigga.
Hey,
I'm in jail.
hey, you seen Law About It, sister.
Man, if you don't get the fuck out of here, you want me to turn into shit because your ass got shot. Now I got to turn into motherfucking supervillain. He
Hey,
planned that
yeah.
shit. He did all that shit before he got arrested. You want me to reverse engineer law-abiding citizen?
if
You know
Gerard
the level of dexterity I gotta undertake to be your friend, to
if
be
Gerard Butler could
loyal.
do it, if Gerard Butler could do it, you could do it.
Hey,
Nigga,
look, I
if you
applaud,
don't already have a
the league.
plan, then you failed as a friend.
Hey, look, I'm sorry. I don't have no tunnels in the 26th Street to just, hey, look, tie me over till. No, I don't.
Well, why are you talking to us right now instead of digging? That's the real question.
I'm a bad friend.
Yeah.
I guess that's what it is now.
Nigga,
Yeah.
I got an interstate tunnel right here, right
Here's
down
two
here.
things. Here's two things that that's required by all my friends. Avenge me, and if I die for some fat shit, you are required. If it all
I will clean it up. I will clean it up before anybody get there, my nigga.
yes, you are required. If at all possible to get to me before the ambulance and make it look like a real crime. Like if I have a diabetes stroke or some shit, you must get to me, shoot my dead, lifeless body, and roll me in the middle of the streets. Because my legacy will not end
That way. It would not. It would. Hey,
I
look.
got you. I
Hey, look.
got you.
Hey, look.
I knew where you was going before you got there, my nigga.